Hello, everybody, and welcome to our final meet of the season. We can't believe it's happening. Feels like the season flew by, and it was a bit shorter than usual, but we've made the most of it here at Westford Academy. Our swimmers have done great. We had a great meet from the boys yesterday, and we will continue with boys diving today and have our girls swimming as well and diving. So we will be with you soon for our divers today. All right, everybody, we're going to get started with diving. Our first diver tonight will be Alex Ryan. She'll do a forward dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.2. Scores 5, 4.5, 5. Next up will be Lauren doing a forward dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.2. Scores 4.5, 4.5, 5. Next up will be Hannah doing a forward 1 somersault in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Scores 5.5, 4.5, 5.5. Excuse me, 5. Jeremiah will be doing 11 dives tonight. His first dive will be a forward 1.5 somersault in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 7.5, 7.5. Lizzie will also be doing 11 dives tonight. Her first dive is a forward 1.5 somersault in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 8, 7.5. Kaylee's first dive is a forward 1.5 somersault in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 7, 7, 7. Jonah's first dive will be a forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores 5.5, 6, 6. Jeremiah's second dive will be a forward 2.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.4. Scores 7.5, 7. Lizzie's second dive will be a forward 1.5 somersault with 1 twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Scores 7.5, 6.5. Starting our second round of diving, our official second round of diving, will be Alex doing a forward 1 somersault in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Sorry everybody, I think there's been a change to this one. So that was a forward somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.6. And those scores were 6, 5, 5.5. Lauren's second dive will be a forward 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.4. Scores 6, 5.5, 5.5. Hannah's second dive is a forward 1 1/2 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores 5.5, 5, 5.5. Jeremiah's third dive is an inward 1 1/2 somersault in the pike position, degree of difficulty 2.4. Scores 6.5, 7. Lizzie's third dive is an inward 1 1/2 somersault in the pike position, degree of difficulty 2.4. Scores 7.5, 8. Kaylee's second dive is a forward with 2 somersaults in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Scores 7, 7.5, 7. Jonah's second dive is a forward 2 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Scores 5, 4.5, 5. Jeremiah's fourth dive will be a forward 1 somersault with 2 twists in the free position, degree of difficulty 2.3. Scores 6, 6. Lizzie's fourth dive will be a back 1 somersault with 2.5 twists in the free position, degree of difficulty 2.7. Right now, Lizzie is ranked second in Massachusetts for her 6th dive score. We'll see if she can sneak in that top spot today. Scores 6.5, 6. Alex's third dive will be a forward 1 somersault with a half twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 5.5, 4.5, 4.5. Lauren's third dive will be a forward 1 somersault with a half twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 5, 4.5, 5. Hannah's third dive will be an inward dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Scores 6, 6.5, 6.5. Jeremiah's fifth dive will be a back dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores 8, 8. Lizzie's fifth dive will be a reverse 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.1. Scores 6, 6.5. Kaylee's third dive will be an inward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Kaylee is one of our senior captains this year, and this is her final meet as a diver, and she will definitely be missed next year. Scores 7, 7, 7. Jonah's third dive is an inward 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores 6, 5.5, 5.5. Jeremiah's sixth dive will be a back 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.0. Scores 7, 7. Lizzie's sixth dive is a forward 2.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.4. Scores 7.5, 7. Alex's fourth dive will be an inward dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Scores 5.5, 5, 5.5. Lauren's fourth dive is an inward dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.4. Scores 4.5, 4.5, 5.5. Hannah's fourth dive is an inward 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. Lauren's fifth dive will be an inward 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 7.5, 7. Alex's fifth dive is an inward 1 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores 6, 6, 5.5. Jeremiah's 7th dive will be a forward 1 somersault with 1 twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.9. Scores 5.5, 7.5. Lizzie's 7th dive is a reverse dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 8, 7.5. Kaylee's 4th dive is a back dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores 7.5, 7, 7. Jonah's 4th dive is a back dive in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Sorry everybody, I think this was a change. It was a back 1 somersault with a twist in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 5, 5.5, 5, 5.5. Sorry about that. Jeremiah's 8th dive is a reverse dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 7.5, 7. Lizzie's 8th dive is a back dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Eight and a half, 9. Impressive. Alex's 5th dive is a back 1 somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 6, 5, 4.5. Lauren's 5th dive is a back dive in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 4.5, 5, 4. Hannah's 5th dive is a back 1 somersault in the straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 4.5, 4.5, 3.5. Jeremiah's 9th dive is a reverse 1.5 somersault in the tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.1. Scores 7, 7.5. Lizzie's ninth dive is a back 1.5 somersault in the pike position. Degree of difficulty 2.3. Scores 7.5, 8. Kaylee's fifth dive is a reverse dive in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores 8, 8, 8. Great scores from Kaylee tonight. Jonah's fifth dive is a reverse one somersault in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores 5.5, 5.5, 5. Jeremiah's 10th dive is a forward 2 somersault in the pike position. Degree of difficulty 2.3. Scores 7.5, 8. Lizzie's 10th dive is a back 1 somersault with 1.5 twists in the free position. Degree of difficulty 2.3. Scores 7.5, 8.5. Alex's sixth and final dive will be a back 1 somersault with a half twist in the free position. Degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 5, 4, 5. Lauren's final dive is a back 1 somersault in the tuck position. Degree of difficulty 1.5. Scores 3, 4, 3.5. Hannah's final dive tonight is a back 1 somersault in the with a half twist in the free position. Degree of difficulty 1.7. Scores 5, 4, 4.5. Jeremiah's final dive is an inward dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Scores 7.5, 8.5. Lizzie's final dive will be an inward dive in the pike position, degree of difficulty 1.5. Scores 9, 9.5. Wow, very impressive from Lizzie. Kaylee's final dive tonight and her final dive as a WA Grey Ghost diver is a forward 1 somersault with 2 twists in the free position, degree of difficulty 2.3. Impressive way to end her career. 5.5, 4.5, 6. Jonah's final dive tonight is a forward 1 somersault with 1 twist in the free position, degree of difficulty 1.9. Scores 6, 5.5, 5.5. And that concludes our diving tonight. Great job to all of our divers on an amazing season. We will be back with you soon for our medley relays. All right, we are getting started with our medley relays. In lane 1, we have Jane Edison, Vivian Ader, Neha Janardhan, and Maggie Mullen. In lane 3, we have Sophia Estevez, Mia Burns, Estella Cui, and Kylie Hoare. In lane 5, we have Eloise Andrews, Madison Leong, Michaela Martin, and Julia Tricana. In lane 7, we'll have Lauren Wazak, Maddie Carroll, Olivia Emanuel, and Erin Blatt. And in lane 8, we'll have Allie Bean, Ella York, Sarah Matthew, and Taylor Campbell. Our lane 5 relay is the one to watch today. They are ranked 5th in Massachusetts with a time of 1:56.56. And I know they're hoping to move up in the ranks today. And if this meet is anything like our boys' meet yesterday, we will have some very fast swims. Stay tuned. All right, here we go. Hopping in the water now for our breaststroke leg is Jane in lane 1, Sophia in lane 3, Eloise in lane 5, Lauren in lane 7, and Allie Bean in lane 8. So just a quick rundown of how the scoring will work for our DCL meet today. You can score as many kids as you want in each event, as long as they score in the top of the ranks, but there's no limit. So yesterday I actually was mistaken. We thought there was four that could score, but now it's every swimmer can score. So every swimmer, no matter what heat or lane they're in today, has the chance to score. All right, our backstroker's off to a fast start. One of our seniors, Sophia Estevez, over in lane 3, who's a terrific backstroker. She switched to backstroke just a couple years ago after knee surgery, and she's proven to make it a top stroke of hers and a top backstroker on the team. Eloise Andrews with a 28.86 split in lane 5. And our breaststrokers are off. In lane 1 is Vivian Ader. In lane 3 is Mia Burns. In lane 5 is Madison Leong. In lane 7 is Maddie Carroll. And in lane 8 is Ella York. All right, here comes Maddie Carroll in. Over to Michaela Martin for the butterfly. Madison Leong is one of our senior captains, and she transitioned over to another senior, Michaela Martin. She is leading the group right now in the butterfly. We'll see if they can move up from 5th in the state with their time today. In the water in lane 1 is Neha, lane 3 is Estella, lane 7 is Olivia, and lane 8 is Sarah. Now our freestylers are in. Senior captain Julia Tricana is coming in for the finish, and it looks like they'll beat their best time this season with a final time of 1:53.10. Awesome time from our girls. Finishing over in lane 3 is Estella. Closer to us in lane 7 is Erin Blatt. I'm sorry, that was Kylie Hoare. Finished in lane 3. Erin Blatt in lane 7. Over in lane 1, Maggie Mullen, another senior, finishing in lane 1. And closest to us, another senior, Taylor Campbell, finishing in lane 8. Our final times, lane 1's time 2:12.60. Lane 3's time is a 2:01.13. Lane 5's time is a 1:53.10. Lane 7's time is a 2:03.56. Lane 8's time is a 2:16:35. Great swims from our IMers. Next up, we have the 200 freestyle, and a little bizarre today. We have only one Westford swimmer in this event, but we know that she'll be getting a top time for us. That is Kate Edison, and she is ranked second in the state with a time of 1:58:54. We're excited to see her swim her 200 free today. All right, we have our only swimmer in this event, Kate Edison. So she will really be racing the clock today, as her best time in this event is a 1:58:54. The top time in Massachusetts is a 1:53:47. So we had some big drops from the boys yesterday. We'll see if we have a big drop from the girls today. The energy on deck is awesome. She has all her teammates cheering for her. Off to a great start with a 26:35 as her first 50 split. Here she is coming in for her first 100. At a time of 54:09. Wow, she is out fast. Let's see if she can hold on to this lead this time as she races the clock. Her legs are picking up as she comes in for her final 50 of the race. Her teammates are cheering her on. Everybody's lining the sides of the pool. Let's see if she can bring it home for a best time in this race. Wow, she is on track for a great time. Finishing at a 1:54:18. Great race from Kate, racing only the clock. Very impressive. All right, up next, we will have the 200 IM. In lane 2, Olivia Smith. In lane 3, Alina Svoboda. In lane 4, Mia Burns. In lane 5, Madison Leong. In lane 6, Estella Cui. And in lane 7, Sofia Estevez. Madison Leong is one of our top swimmers in this event, and she ranks 8th in Massachusetts with her best time this season of a 2:17:69. And she's been working hard this season, and she is one of our seniors and a senior captain, so I know she'll want to drop some time in this race today. All right, we are stepping up for the 200 IM. Just a reminder that furthest from the camera is lane 1 and closest to the camera is lane 8. All right, off go our swimmers in the butterfly. Madison Leong will take an early lead in this one, as butterfly is one of her best strokes. Although she can really do it all. She'll be sorely missed next year. when she heads off to college. Close by to Madison is Alina Svoboda over in lane 3, another strong butterflyer. These girls look like they're hungry, like they want to get some best times. And if it's anything like our boys' meet yesterday, then we'll have a really great energy on the deck and get some personal best this season. It looks like Madison will hold on to her lead. Mia Burns and Sofia Estevez are catching up on that backstroke. Both strong backstrokers. Closest to us is Estella Cui and Sofia Estevez. Wow, we have some strong breaststrokers in this event, which is super helpful for an IMer. Mia Burns makes up plenty of yards as a strong breaststroker as she gets into that number 2 spot. Alina, Estella, and Sophia not far behind. Olivia Smith looking strong over in lane 2. We'll see if this is a personal best for her. I think she's on track to get a personal best. All right, here comes senior captain Madison Leong in for her finish. On track for a best time this season. Wow, cutting 6 seconds off her best this season with a 2:11.65. A great swim from Mia with a 2:17.14. In third was Estella Cui with a best time this season of a 2:20.71. Sofia Estevez with a best time this season of a 2:27.63. Alina Svoboda with a best time this season of a 2:22.59. And Olivia Smith with a best time by 7 seconds this season with a 2:43.19. Leading off with some great races so far. Let's see if we can keep it up for the 50 freestyles. We'll have 3 heats of this event, but for heat 1, we'll start with Sarah Bordeaux in lane 1, Olivia Emanuel in lane 2, Erin Blatt in lane 3, Eloise Andrews in lane 4, Julia Tricana in lane 5, Ruby Krikorian in lane 6, Felicia Kwan in lane 7, and Shariyu Takade in lane 8. All right, we are stepping up for our first heat of the 50 freestyle. The girls are suited up in some technical suits, ready to swim fast today. All right, we have our senior captain, Julia Tricana, in our middle lane 5. Looks like she'll take an early lead with Eloise Andrews close by. They'll turn at about exactly the same time. Ruby Krikorian on the other side of Julia in lane 6, looking fast. Erin Blatt over in lane 3. Julia Tricana with the best this season of a 25.5. Eloise with a 26.35. Great swims, girls. In lane 1, Sarah Bordeaux with the best this season of a 28.22. Olivia Emanuel with a best this season of a 28.05. Erin Blatt with a best of 27.74. Eloise with the best of 26.35. Julia Tricana with a best of 25.5. Ruby Krikorian with a best of 26.74. Felicia Kwan with a best of 27.43. And Sharyu Takade with a best of 28:31. All best times from those 50 freestylers, which is tough to do. Great race from those girls. Next up, we have Heat 2. In lane 3 will be Brenna Donahue. Lane 4 is Ali Lombardo. Lane 5 is Maddie Carroll. Lane 6 is Taylor Campbell. And lane 7 is Emily Fitzpatrick. Because the 50 is such a short race and a fast race, it's definitely hard to drop time, but a lot of these girls have dropped almost every meet, which is really impressive. Let's see if they can drop more today. Here comes Maddie Carroll, one of our seniors. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Ali Lombardo that came in for the finish first. Maddie Carroll not far behind. Some final times. A best by 2 seconds from Brenna Donahue with a 30:38. Ali Lombardo a best by 2 seconds with a 27:59. Maddie Carroll with a best this season by a second with a 28:65. Taylor Campbell with a best this season by a second with a 30:37. And Emily Fitzpatrick with a best this season by over a second with a 30.1. Wow, this is impressive. Every single 50 freestyler with a best this season. All right, we are up for Heat 3 of the 50 freestyle. Mitali Deshmukh in lane 4. Megan Mativier in lane 5. Neha Janardhan in lane 6. And Joy Cow in lane 7. Let's see if we can keep this good luck rolling. All right, our girls are off. They look fast with some fast starts. We saw Mitali practicing her start before the meet started, making sure that it was fast and efficient. It looks like first to the turn was Megan Mativier and Neha. We'll see if they can fight to the finish. Who will get that first spot on the clock? Great times from all these girls. We had Megan Mativier with a best by a second with a 30:31. Mitali with a best this season by 2 seconds with a 30:99. Neha with a best this season by 2 seconds with a 30:37. And Joy with a best by 2 seconds this season with a 31:49. Wow, so officially best times across the board from every single swimmer so far. This is an exciting meet today, everybody. We'll be back soon after our warm-up break. All right, everybody, we are back from our break and getting ready for our 100 butterfly. In lane 3, we have Lauren Wazak. Lane 4, Madison Leong. Lane 5, Michaela Martin. Lane 6, Alina Svoboda. And lane 7, Olivia Emanuel. Currently, in our Massachusetts state rankings, Michaela is ranked 4th, and Madison is ranked 5th with very close times. Michaela's time is a 101.29, her best this season, and Madison is a 101.50 as her best this season. But we're hoping both of those girls can get under a minute and move up in the ranks. All right, here goes our butterflyers. Michaela Martin's fastest ever time was from 2018 in this event when she won a 55.97. So we'll see how she does today. Madison's best time ever in this event is a 58.5, and it looks like she'll take the lead for the first 50. We'll see if she'll hold on to that. Both Michaela and Madison are seniors this year, so they will definitely be missed in this butterfly event and on this team when they go off to college next year. Lauren Wazak looks like she's having a great race over in lane 3. Closer to us is Alina. Oh, and Madison finishing with a time of 59.55. Michaela finishing with a time of 1:00.97, a best this season for both of those girls. Alina finishing with a 1:00.87, a best time this season. Lauren, wow, a best time by 5 seconds this season with a 1:05.69, which makes the sectionals cut amazing. And in lane 7, Olivia Emanuel finishing with a time of 1:06.03, cutting 5 seconds off her best time this season as well. Wow, this is a great meet for everybody. Alina cutting 3 seconds off her best this season. Amazing job from our butterflyers. Next up, we have our 100 freestylers. We will have 2 heats of this event. In heat 1, lane 1, we have Shariu Takade. Lane 2, Maggie Mullen. Lane 3, Ali Lombardo. Lane 4, Julia Tricana. Lane 5, Kylie Hoare. Lane 6, Jane Edison. Lane 7, Ruby Krikorian. And lane 8, Vivian Ader. Now, Julia Tricana's best time this season in this event is a 1:00.00. So she's really hoping to get under that 1 minute mark, as many of these girls are in this event today. She had a great 50 freestyle where she cut about a half a second from her best this season, so we'll see if she can do it again. We have some great energy on this deck with a lot of signs, lots of cheering from all of these swimmers. Looks like Julia Tricana is stretching out front of Kylie Hoare. Both of these girls are captains this year. Having a great first 50, both turning at about a 27.5. It's a close event so far. Ali Lombardo looking strong over in lane 3, as well as Maggie and Shariu on the far side of the pool. Closer to us, Ruby Krikorian, Jane Edison, and Vivian Ader looking strong as well. Here comes our finish. Looks like Julia will take the lead with a 56.66. Wow, cutting 4 seconds off her best this season. Kylie Hoare with the best this season of 58.18. In lane 1, Shariu with the best this season of 1:03.19. Maggie with the best by 2 seconds, 102.25. Allie with the best by 3 seconds with a 100.94. Jane with the best by 3 seconds with a 100.07. Ruby with the best by 4 seconds of a 100.59. And Vivian with the best by 2 seconds this season with a 104.48. I don't know if we've had anybody without a best this season. This meet is electric today. All right, coming up with Heat 2, we have Megan Mativier in lane 2, Emily Fitzpatrick in lane 3, Allie Bean in lane 4, Sarah Matthew in lane 5, Brenna Donahue in lane 6, and Matali Deshmukh in lane 7. All right, we're stepping up for the second heat of the 100 freestyle. Strong starts from all of our freestylers. All right, looks like senior Sarah Matthew will lead the pack. Not far behind is Allie Bean. Brenna Donahue chasing down Sarah too. Wow, both turning at about a 30 and a 31. They're on track to cut lots of time off of this event. They're picking up the tempo for their third 25, going into their last 25. Looks like we have Megan Mativier on the outside looking strong. We'll see if she squeezes up in front of these girls. And Brenna Donahue putting in a fight for the finish. Wow, amazing times from these girls. In lane 2, we had a best by 5 seconds from Megan Mativier with a 106.94. Emily with a best of by 3 seconds with a 108.36. Allie with the best by 2 seconds of a 108.1. Sarah with a best by 3 seconds with a 105.68. Brenna with a best by 5 seconds with a 105.68. And Matali with a best by... Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. Sarah had a best by 3 seconds with a 105.68. Brenna with a best by 5 seconds of a 105.28. And Matali with a best by 5 seconds, almost 6 seconds with a 107.01. Amazing, amazing job, freestylers. Next up, we will have the 500 freestyle. In lane 3 is Ella York. In lane 4 is Felicia Kwan. In lane 5, Kate Edison. This time she has some swimmers in the pool with her. And in lane 6 will be Erin Blatz. Kate Edison has the 5th fastest time in the 500 in the state currently with a 1:23.97. We'll see if she can pick that up today. All right, our 500 swimmers are stepping up. We had some unbelievable drops from our boys last night in their final meet of the season. We'll see if we can have some amazing drops from these girls as well. Kate with a beautiful strong stroke. Definitely has even though she's an amazing sprinter, definitely has a stroke of a distance swimmer as well. Strong and long. Keeping up right next to Kate is Felicia Kwan with a fast tempo. Erin Blatt nearby, as well as Ella York. All right, here comes Kate in for her first 100. Under a minute with a 59.91. Felicia turning at a 102.73. Erin turning at a 106.66. And Ella turning at a 107.96. All four of these girls off to a great start. All right, Kate's coming in for her 200 at a 2:03. Looking strong for the first 200 of her event. On track to get a best. I know it's early to tell, but she looks strong. Felicia turning for her 200 at a 2:13.93. Erin turning at a 2:21.06. And Ella turning at a 2:24.68. All right, Kate is heading into the last 150 of this event. She's picking up her stroke. She's picking up her kick. Exactly what she's meant to do in the last part of this event. She's looking strong and on track for a best time this season. Felicia looking strong as well. She's turning on her kick. Her tempo is keeping consistent. And she looks strong. Erin and Ella looking strong as well. All right, here goes Kate in for her last 100. She turned at a 4:10.49. Definitely on track for a best this season. All right, Kate's getting the bell for her final 50. Felicia turning at a 4:40.58. Looks like she'll crush her best time this season as well. Erin on track for a best. Looks like Ella will be as well. Here comes Kate in for her finish. She will crush her best time this season. Wow. a time of 5:12:53. She crushed her best by 11 seconds. Amazing. Amazing, amazing time from Kate. Looks like our other swimmers are on track for some best as well. We'll wait to see their times. Kate's time would put her at number 1 this season, so we will definitely, in Massachusetts, so we will definitely have to wait and see what those results are coming soon. And Felicia in for her finish of a 5:52:85. Amazing. Cutting 6 seconds off her best this season. Erin Blatt, oh my gosh, with a time of 6:03:34, she cut 23 seconds off of her best time this season. And in comes Ella York, cutting 19 seconds off her best. Amazing, with a 6:16:42. Wow, we are having some amazing swims tonight. Can't wait to see some more. We'll be back with you soon after a short break. Hi everybody, we are back. We're getting ready for the 200 freestyle relay, but I have some super exciting news. Our junior diver Lizzie Durgan just beat the school diving record with a score of 343.7, beating Sam Blank's best, which is 338 from just a few years ago. So way to go, Lizzie. We're so proud of you. That was an amazing meet today. All right, we're going to continue with this awesome energy that's going on the pool deck with best times across the board. With in lane 1 for the 2 free relay, we had Emily Fitzpatrick, Megan Mativier, Brenna Donahue, and Mitali Deshmukh. In lane 3 is Ruby Krikorian, Mia Burns, Erin Blatt, and Felicia Kwan. In lane 5 is Julia Tricana, Alina Svoboda, Kylie Hoare, and Kate Edison. And in lane 7 is Sharyu Takade, Ali Lombardo, Olivia Emanuel, and Vivian Ader. Our lane 5 relay is the second fastest in the state with a time of 1:45.97. We'll see if they can beat that today. Leading off in lane 1 is Emily Fitzpatrick. Lane 3 is Ruby Krikorian. Lane 5 is senior captain Julia Tricana. And lane 6 is Sharyu Takade. All right, here comes Julia Tricana in with a very fast 50. We'll see what her split is. 25.4. Impressive. All right, over to Megan Mativier in lane 1, Mia Burns lane 3, Alina Svoboda lane 5, Ali Lombardo lane 7. Here comes Alina in for her 50. Over to senior captain, Kylie Hoare. Diving in lane 7, closer to us is Olivia Emanuel. Lane 3 is Erin Blatt. Lane 1 is Brenna Donahue. And just so everybody knows, we cannot get the splits for each swimmer. We do not have a split scoreboard that we're watching today. But we will, the coaches are getting those splits, so the swimmers will know those today. All right, and anchoring our 2 free relays, we have Mitali over in lane 1, Felicia in lane 3, Kate Edison in lane 5, and Vivian Ader in lane 7. Here comes Kate for the finish with a time of 1:43.30. And let's see, that is getting them their time dropped by 2 seconds. Way to go, Westford Academy. Our time in lane 3 was a 1:51.88. Our time in lane 7 was a 1:54.09. And our time in lane 1 was a 2:06.96. Way to go, relays. All right, up next we have our 100 backstroke. In lane 1, we have Sarah Matthew. Lane 2, Jane Edison. Lane 3, Sophia Estevez. Lane 4, Eloise Andrews. Lane 5, Michaela Martin. Lane 6, Estella Cui. Lane 7, Lauren Wazak. And lane 8, Neha Janardin. And that is our first heat. We will be having 2 heats of our 100 backstroke. Eloise Andrews is ranked 9th with a time of 1:03.88 this season for the state of Mass. And Michaela Martin is ranked 5th with a time of 1:02.71. All right, here go our backstrokers. Wow, Michaela making it over halfway down the pool with her underwaters, which is said to be the fastest part of your backstroke. And pretty much every stroke, your fastest part of the race is underwater, surprisingly. Looks like Michaela will hold on to that lead, but Eloise is close behind. Eloise is a freshman this year. Michaela is a senior. It'll be real tough losing Michaela Martin next year, but exciting to have freshmen like Eloise doing so awesome. Senior Sofia Estevez is turning very close to our top lanes. In the middle, Sophia is over in lane 3. Sophia is a senior this year. And here comes our girls in for their finish. Wow, best this season from Michaela Martin with a time of 1:00:74. Best from Eloise with a time of 1:01:12. Let's check out the rest of these times. In lane 1, we had a time of 1:15:79 from Sarah Matthews. Lane 2 was a best from Jane Edison with a time of 1:08:67. Sophia with a best this season by 4 seconds with a time of 1:03:81. Very impressive. Eloise Andrews with a best time by 2.5 seconds with a 1:01:12. Michaela Martin with a best by 2 seconds with a 1:00:74. Estella Cui with a best this season of a 1:05:49. Lauren Wazak with a best by 3 seconds of a 1:06:15, and that is a sectionals cut for Lauren. Way to go, Lauren. And Neha with a time of 1:12:68, cutting 3 seconds off her best this season. Amazing swims by those backstrokers, and we have more backstrokers to come. In lane 3 will be Taylor Campbell. Lane 4, Allie Bean. Lane 5, Maggie Mullen. Lane 6, Olivia Smith. And lane 7, Joy Cow. All right, here we go. Heat 2 of the 100 backstroke. All right, it looks like Maggie Mullen, one of our seniors, is an early lead in the first 25. Having a great stroke tempo for her first 50 of her 100 back. All of these girls looking strong. Maggie turning at a 33:78. On track for a best time, for sure. A lot of awesome spirit on the deck as their teammates cheer them on. For some of these are seniors. Maggie, Taylor, seniors this year, swimming one of their last events of high school swimming. It's a bittersweet day for sure. Here comes Maggie, and on track for a great time. Wow, Maggie Mullen cutting 6 seconds off her best this season with a 1:10:18. And we'll get those other times to you now. So let's see. Taylor Campbell with a best time this season by a second with a 1:17:26. Allie Bean with the best time this season of a 1:15:70. Maggie Mullen with a best time by 6 seconds of a 1:10:18. Olivia Smith with a best time by 3 seconds of a 1:14:08. And Joy Cow with a best time this season by 3 seconds with a 1:19:51. Way to go, backstrokers. And our last individual event of the season, we have Ellie York in lane 2 for the 100 breaststroke, Maddie Carroll in lane 3, senior captain Kylie Hoare in lane 4, Mia Burns in lane 5, Sarah Bordeaux in lane 6, and Vivian Ader in lane 7. Just a reminder for everybody, we do have qualifying times this season for state and sectional events, although we will not be competing in those this year due to COVID, but it's been exciting to see some qualifying times tonight. All right, our swimmers are off. Furthest from us is Ella York. In lane 3 is Maddie Carroll, lane 4, Kylie Hoare, lane 5, Mia Burns, lane 6, Sarah Bordeaux, and lane 7, Vivian Ader. Looks like Kylie and Mia will be close in this event. Mia going into her first 50 with a 34.91. Kylie with a 35.74. Everyone on track for a best time. We'll see if they can keep up this great pace. We saw Mia come back into second place in her IM using her her breaststroke. Let's see if she can get a best time today, and it looks like she will with a 1:13.67, cutting 2 seconds off her best. Kylie Hoare cutting 3 seconds off her best this season with a 1:16.48. Ella York with a 2 seconds off her best with a 1:25.31. Maddie Carroll with 5 seconds off her best. Amazing with a 1:19.17. Sarah Bordeaux with a second off her best, a second and a half off her best with a 1:20.01. And Vivian Ader with a second off her best with a 1:25.02. All right, and we are going to have a quick break before our final event of the season. We'll be back with you soon. All right, everybody, we have made it to the last event of the season. This has been a bizarre season, but we have made the most of it. These seniors, these swimmers, it's incredible to see how they brought so much light to such a bizarre and cloudy year. We are getting ready for our 400 freestyle relay in lane 1. We have Sarah Matthew, Olivia Smith, Taylor Campbell, and Lauren Wazak. In lane 3, we have Felicia Kwan, Ruby Krikorian, Estella Kui, and Alina Svoboda. In lane 5, we have Madison Leong, Michaela Martin, Eloise Andrews, and Kate Edison. Lane 7, we'll have Shari Takade, Ali Lombardo, Maggie Mullen, and Jane Edison. And in lane 8, we'll have Megan Mativier, Emily Fitzpatrick, Matali Deshmuk, and Joy Cow. Our lane 5 relay of Madison, Michaela, Eloise, and Kate is ranked 2nd in the state with a 3:49.81. They are very close to the first place relay. We'll see if they can beat that time today. All right, leading off in lane 1 is Sarah. Lane 3 is Felicia. Lane 5 is Madison. Lane 7 is Shariyu, and lane 8 is Megan. Madison Leong, one of our senior captains, will definitely be missed next year. She is leading this relay off strong. They want that top spot in the state. They are state champions in this event. We'll see if they hold on to that title, even though it is virtual this year. All right, Madison is swimming into Michaela, another senior. Wow, Madison with a time of 55:12 leading off that relay. Impressive split. Over in lane 1 is Olivia Smith. Lane 3 is Ruby Krikorian. Lane 7 is Ali Lombardo, and Emily Fitzpatrick is lane 8. All of these girls swimming their heart out for the last event of the season. Usually we have different girls getting different times based on which meets they're getting ready for next, but it's exciting to see them all swimming their best tonight. All right, Michaela transitioning over to Eloise, a freshman. It looks like it was about a 55 or 56 split for Michaela as well. In the water now, in lane 1, you'll see Taylor Campbell. Lane 3, you'll see Estella Kui. Lane 5, you'll see Eloise Andrews. Lane 7, Maggie Mullen. And lane 8, Matalia Deshmuk. All right, here comes Eloise. She looks strong. Ready to transition over to our anchor, Kate Edison. We'll see if they can get this top spot and defend their title as the 400 freestyle relay champions. In dives Alina over in lane 3. Jane Edison, Kate's twin, closest to us in lane 7, or closer to us in lane 7. Joy about to dive in lane 8, and Lauren Wazak, a senior, anchoring the relay over in lane 1. There's a lot of spirit on the deck here. You can probably hear everybody cheering. It's been such an exciting weekend. And here comes Kate crushing their best time with a 3:40.52. I think that'll earn them that top spot. We'll have to see how the other meets go this weekend. but an amazing, amazing race for those 400 freestyle swimmers. A great time of a 3:56 in lane 3. Jane Edison, Kate's twin, finishing up in lane 7. Looks like sprint freestyle runs in the family. 4:11:40 for lane 7's relay. Finishing up over in lane 1, Lauren Wazak with their relay time of a 4:33:53. And lane 8 finishing with a 4:38:13. Westford Academy viewers, thank you so much. This season has been so memorable and special, even with some strange restrictions and unpredictability. We made it, and we thank everybody so much for watching and letting us be a part of it. I hope that everybody has a great rest of their winter and stays safe and warm. We'll see you soon.